Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Saturday, August 6th, or any time that you stumble upon it. My cat is making noise. She's playing peekaboo. I don't know what she's doing. She likes to make little noises and talk to her ghost friends. Oh, so we're using the Gentle Heart Tarot, and this week we're doing decks that have pretty edges. So this is one of those, it's not just gold, it's like rose gold. It's so pretty. Look how nice that is. And it has the box is nicely embellished too. Another Vanessa Samoina deck. So she's 2 tarots out, and I think an oracle out now too. So I got glue all over my fingers, nail glue, so don't look at them too carefully. Let's see what's happening for your Saturday or anytime you look upon it. Get my last view of this rose gold and take off the top. So we have Judgment. That's a good start. Also, Scorpios out there. No, I associate Judgment with Scorpio. Actually, it was Sal who was the first one who said that, and I thought, oh cool, I like that. I'll take it. I claim, because I'm a Scorpio. And then you have King of Swords. First one I heard say that. You know, of course, death was always associated with Scorpio, but Judgment is like kind of a more uplifting type of death card. I really like that Angel Gabriel. That's a nice image. Feels like for a lot of you, your immediate go-to archangel for clarification, for third eye chakra, and downloads, intentions, healing would be Archangel Gabriel. Also messages coming from Archangel Gabriel. And the King of Swords could be a person coming into your life or somebody you already know. And then the 10 of Crystals. 10 of Crystals kind of looks like 10 of Wands, doesn't it? 10 of Crystals, I think maybe that's it. Maybe it is the 10 of Wands. So let's see how it matches up. I think it is. I think Crystals matches up to Wands. All right, so real quick, I can't even press my unpause button with my finger that's full of glue. Okay, so real quick, I just want to show you in her book how the crystals match the wands. The diamonds are pentacles. The cups, of course, is cups, and the swords is swords. And it's a little confusing because diamonds and crystals are, diamonds are kind of a crystal to me, or they kind of are real similar. So that's the only place that I got a little confused. But obviously with the image here, the 10 of Crystals is about that, carrying that load and having the burden and setting down burdens or delegating, being the boss, being the CEO and saying, okay, I have a big company or I have a lot of responsibilities, but I don't have to do this all on my own. I can assign to different people different jobs. That's one aspect. But for a lot of people, it's a personal thing. Like this, only I can do this. Only I can fix this. Only I can push through to the end with this. This is my responsibility and only I can handle it. And for some cases, that's true. Also, I got right off the bat, people who, me included, have a little extra, right? Like you're curvy or you're thick or you have a little extra on you, and it's okay. Like I'm feeling like there's there might be too much focus on having that, and not enough focus on being able to let it down, let it go. Something about it is, like in my case, I feel like it's always been sort of subconsciously a protective measure in my life. It's something that I admit to in my subconsciously. Even though I never wanted to be heavy set, something about it made me feel like I was being, like, it protected me from whatever, not from too much attention, because I hated too much attention. I wanted some attention, but I didn't want too much attention. I didn't want people to see me. I didn't want people to look at me. And when people talk to me, I didn't, and it was kind of lucky because that my sister was so beautiful with red hair, and everybody put the attention on her. But at times I were like, okay, maybe I want some attention. I don't know. But so it's been a mixed bag through my life, like wanting attention or not wanting attention. And sometimes we use different things as kind of a shield, as a wall, as a mask, whatever it is, these kind of protective things. I've never really read the Ten of Crystals, Ten of Wands this way, but suddenly that came upon me, this feeling of using it as a defense or of a protection. But for most of you, this does have to do with your responsibility, reevaluating what you need to do, what you don't need to do, how much is your duties, how much you can share, like don't overwork yourself, don't take care of your health, and don't worry about doing it all yourself if you don't have to. I feel like if you're the King of Swords, then maybe you feel like this is only your duty, only your job. If you don't resonate with the King of Swords, maybe this is a person in your life, a love interest, or somebody you're connected with that feels this pressure, possibly. And maybe that's why it's hard to connect with them, because they feel like they have such a burden to take care of. They have such a burden of responsibility. The responsibility is their burden. I feel like with Judgment here, it's like Judgment is trying to free the situation, like give open your eye, but not just your eyes, not awakening like just waking up in the morning, but an awakening like an aha, like that feeling that you get when you tap into this. And that's the fourth dimension, like when you have deja vu, or when you have epiphanies and those kinds of things. That's like the bridge between the 3D and the 5D, and it's the aha moments. And I feel like you're going to tap more and more into that. The Archangel Michael is really trying to wake you up and alert you. And with the King of Swords, he's all about trustworthy advice, honesty, fairness. It's important not to play the victim, because a King of Swords would see right through manipulation. So if you're trying to do that, then that's not going to work. But if you find yourself dealing with people who are trying to do that, then maybe being direct is really the only way to go. Cut through the BS, basically. Cut through the BS. And so, the Ten of Crystals can also represent some people's, getting into that, oh, look at me, the martyr syndrome. Look at me, I have so much to do. I have so much, instead of, passive aggressively trying to tell somebody that you need help, why don't you just directly tell somebody that you need some help? That would be like the better approach, right? But or the other way around. If somebody's talking to you like that, then try to pull it out of them. Say, what are you trying to say? Do you need help? Are you sending me clues, or you're actually asking me to help you, or you're asking for some advice, or asking for some help? I think this is just cutting through, being direct, being straight. I like this too because it kind of reminds me a little bit of some news, like the judge, like a judge on a court will say, just answer the question yes or no. Basically, it's like, don't give me this little story. Tell me directly yes or no. And so it's kind of that approach. A judge just being direct. So you could be in a court situation maybe sometimes, somehow, some of you. But if you're not, then I just would recommend, like, there's people out there, especially Scorpios, who can see through lies and see through facades and stuff. So it's really important to be direct with those kind of people. But it's important to be direct with anybody. But you're not going to impress, people like that, and air signs and other people who take truth seriously. So if you're the one that's trying to be manipulative, then maybe not. But if you're dealing with others trying to be manipulative, there's times where you're allowed to call them out, and other times where you kind of gently pull it out of them, the truth out of them. Just say, okay, what are you trying to say here? Like, just get to the point, please. Or just tell me, what is it that you need? Like, it sounds like somebody is trying to tell you something or ask for something. Otherwise, I feel like in career, I feel like you're doing really great. You're connecting spiritually. You have strong leadership skills. You maybe sometimes take on too much, and you can set down your burden. In love, you're awakening to something new. Maybe this beautiful King of Swords who's so different from everybody else because he's so like truthful and honest and upfront, and he's not gonna lead you on. And I feel like maybe you finally feel like now you don't have to carry so much because you can depend on somebody who you trust more than other people you've trusted in your life, and trusted maybe with a feeling of regret, So anyway, I know this is a long one, but anyway, I hope you liked those many interpretations, because I think there's so many of you that are coming from different directions on this reading, and I just felt a multitude of different types of stories out there. So I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.
Please subscribe. I really appreciate it.